Hi, been on the bike ride, the weekly bike ride along the Wandle with my friends. Beautiful day, freezing cold, still frost out. Some of the water we saw in Mordenhall Park, where I did one from last week, was still frozen. I don't think it got much above 2 degrees, but we were dressed for it. We had a lovely amble in our bit of suburban countryside. Now, what I wanted to try and do today is from the TV. We have a programme in the UK called Country File. It goes out every Sunday evening, and it's a wonderful look at rural Britain. And the thing that interested me about the Sunday's one was that a lot of it was filmed in the Brecon Beacons in South Wales. And I've painted my idea of it several times. They don't really exist, and this one doesn't exist, but it's going. There was something about the scene. I didn't photograph it, and if you've got, and if you want, you can use the iPlayer and freeze frame and take some photographs. I think we all pay towards it, so I think we all own the copyright. As far as I'm concerned, and I don't suppose that'll stand up in law, but if you change it around a bit. And what attracted me was the burnt sienna and burnt umber colours, the autumn colours in the landscape, but mostly on the ground. And there was one tree, a lone little tree with a sort of a bushy type of bracken, blackberries, just a stand really, a bit of hill behind. So I'm going to do something like that. And it's just a memory, and they're sort of views that you would, or artists, non-artists would pass by because it was so nondescript, but it was beautiful. It was just a perfect picture, as far as I'm concerned. At least it had all the elements that I like in my art, which is very rural. I'm not I'm a city boy, but I don't like painting the city. I like painting the countryside because we appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. It's lovely I'm not far from nice countryside. In fact, we're quite green in this borough of Sutton in South London, North East Surrey. We like to think ourselves as. Okay, so we've wet the paper. It's Fabriano, £130. It's very good for wetting wet. Here's my palette: lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, which I don't use a lot of, Payne's grey, and burnt sienna. You can make a sort of a burnt umber by mixing a bit of Payne's grey with the burnt sienna, and the burnt sienna really is a very deep red. So here we go. Let's put in a sky, bit of ochre or sienna. I'm not going to paint a sunny day. I don't really like sunny days. Well, I like sunny days, but I don't like painting them because they can be a bit flat, and you have to make them interesting with a bit of cloud and colour. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put any blue in that sky. I'm just going to use alizarin crimson and Payne's grey. I'll mix up quite a bit of that. I'll put it a bit wet. There, a nice cloud colour. Coming down. I will make it a bit darker for the shadows. Board's about 45 degrees. And that'll do. Let's put some deeper stuff in. Coming across here. Okay, so that would be where my hills are going to go. So we put a few sort of clouds in. And then we'll do the landscape, so a bit of lemon yellow in with that. Oh, it's a bit muddy, I don't want it muddy. So I'll just clean my palette. I always keep a big roll of kitchen paper. Large rolls of another one ready to go. That's how I buy it, like that. Lasts for ages. A lot of it, very cheap, £2, which I think is very good value. just giving a little bit of a white, and then we'll go in with some nice greeny blue. The ultramarine a little bit strong because I squeezed it out last night. It's just a bit of sienna, bit of raw sienna, and a bit of nice so that'll do for that. So that's my background. We've put a bit of nice yellow, bit of raw sienna in there, a bit of burnt sienna as well. I'll put some trees on there just to give a bit of character. Let's reclip the paper. You see what happens to it. No need to shrink it first or stretch it first. Just put it tight, and then it's nice and flat, and then you can just reclip it as you go. Paper's pretty tough, and I'm going to dry that now. So take your headphones off. There you go. Well, the sky's gone a bit odd, isn't it? But always a bit hit and miss with wet in wet. The paint sort of, the wet has gone down into that harder or that thicker colour there. But anyway, that's okay. I'm going to put in some background now. Just a little bit of bluey stuff on there. A lot of this is going to be covered over with my tree. But it is autumn, so we're just doing a bit of. That'll be covered up probably. Just at the corner of the hake, there's just lots of fields in the beacons. Years since I've been there. Well, that'll do, that's just something to be getting on with. We'll put in some texture now. There's this lovely raw burnt sienna. Bracken everywhere. I don't want to labour this. I think that making up things from television is quite acceptable. Why not? I don't do it a lot, but enough to make it interesting. Now I'm going to put in this this bank. I'm going to put it one side, but I want a lot of colour in that. A bit of sienna. This is quite thick, rich paint now. I want it to sort of register. Quite like jelly that, isn't it? That's too wet, but it doesn't matter. I'm not painting in glass, Clean the brush. Add some yellow, some raw sienna. I could call it yellow ochre, but I don't use yellow ochre in watercolour. I use a bit of light red. I use raw sienna. It seems to be, to I'm thinking more transparent. Right, now that's sienna. Need a bit of cloth for your brush. Just add to that there. It's sort of an impressionist sort of painting, or abstract if you like, because it doesn't exist. It's just my idea of what I was looking at 2 days on. Alright, nice. Put those reds in. Right, okay, there's a bit in there, just strengthen that up a little bit. See how delicate you can be with this big brush. Okay, now I want to do this tree now, and it's going to be quite. It was quite. I don't want to do too much of a bit of rigour. I don't. That'll be the last resort, but I will. Let's use the rigour. So Payne's Grey and Burnt Sienna, that's quite nice. I will give it a direction. On the hill. And I'll put some leaves on it. Let's just give it some windsweeptness. Windsweeptness, good word, eh? Don't need to do a lot of this, just enough to make it look like it's on a hill and it's all wind swept. Okay, let's get those. It wasn't much more than this. I'm only painting the sort of a memory of it. Right. And I'm going to put some leaves on there. Now to do that, you need to dry your brush, and then pick up lots of colour. Try to make it look a bit random. I'm going to have some yellow on raw sienna on the other side, and a bit of dark. And I'll paint into that. I'll put some sort of leaves in here. Right, now rigour. And just bring in some of that Payne's Grey and Burnt Sienna into to make some nice twigs, branches. That's good more. That's better. You can usually get out of your mist strokes. Get that a bit heavier. Hold the brush from the tip, so it look more random, all gnarled. Right, I'm going to stop there before I do too much. Let's just link the sky into the land a little bit. Right, okay, that'll do. That's well, I didn't intend to do more than that. I'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look. I'll put it in an ivory mount and we'll have a look. So it's very sketchy, but it's what it is. It's a memory from something I saw in a TV programme in Brecon Beacons. There it is. Now, I don't think that looks too bad. Let's just give it a signature. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's zoom in on that and have a look. That's it there. So there we are. I've put as much burnt sienna in as I can get away with, really. That's gone very thick, but that's okay. Let's just flick out a bit there. Right, so there we are. A comedy of errors, really, in some ways. But maybe we need just something to balance it over the other side, so we'll do that. I don't need to do a lot on it, but just I don't want to take away from that side. Just give it something to balance it. Smash my rigger up. Okay, well that's it's going to be a bit of movement, isn't it? A bit more movement. Right, thanks for watching. Bye bye.